Peace, love, light, and Black Power family. It's 𝚂𝚸𝙺𝚂𝙸𝙱𝚴. I'm going to get on here really quick and hop off. But let me say this. For the people that are still defending Polight at this point, I think that you guys need to really look at yourselves and ask yourselves, why are you going so hard to defend a man that you probably don't even know? Once I found out that his semen was found on her clothing, it was basically an open shut case. For the people that are questioning why, he was allowed to plead guilty, one of the reasons, from what I understand, he was allowed to plead guilty was because, for lesser charges, was because had they gone through with all the charges, her daughter, the mother's victim, the mother's daughter, the victim, the mother of the victim, basically said, I don't want my daughter to have to stand trial. And that itself could have been very traumatizing for her. So the mother decided to allow the plea deal, from my understanding. Now, if you were looking into the case, like when it broke, a lot of us, once we heard about the semen, it was open close. There's no running from that. And mothers beware, mothers and fathers beware. Anybody that's sitting here still defending Polight, after knowing that his semen was found on this girl's clothing, what was she, 13, 14 years old, on this child's clothing, they shouldn't be around your children. Don't let nobody around your kids that's still over here defending that. Because I don't care if he pled to a lesser charge. All I had to know was his semen was found on her clothing, and it's open shut. The fact that he was, basically was stopping the mother from leaving after she realized what was going on, and stopping her from going to police, and basically telling her that she was going to ruin his career. Questionable. From the day the news broke, I don't know how anyone could follow this deviant or even defend him. It speaks volumes. It's really weird. Like the people that, like I said, like we've known that his semen were on the clothes, were on the girl's clothes for a long time. I find it so weird, outrageous, egregious that he had pre-recorded videos to play for when he got locked up to make us feel like, this nigga's still out here. This must not be true, even though you can literally look it up and see what the charges are, see that he's been booked. He is behind bars right now. I think it's all very devious. And once again, you just got to really watch people and the lengths that they go to defend people that they don't even know in real life, to say, I know this person personally. From the people that I know that have met Polight, all of them have questioned his character after meeting him. So yeah, 9 Ether, you could never be around my kids. You could never be around my kids. The fact that you are fighting so hard for a man whose semen was found on a 13-year-old's clothing, I promise you could never be around my kids. I don't even play that. I'm not going to sit here and argue with you. I would never let nobody around my kids that are doing the most to defend a pedophile. Wouldn't see me doing it. He tried to mute the court hearing to fool people. This goes to show he has no remorse and rather save his image. He's all about his image right now. He is all about his image. It's just really sad, though, because, this little girl is going to have to deal with, the trauma of this for the rest of her life. And hopefully she's going to be able to get the help that she needs. But my God, wish she never had to go through it, And I can only imagine what the mother's going through You know, as a mother, I could only imagine that I would feel like a failure in some aspects from protecting my child, you know, from harm, especially being the person that brought this person into my life, into my child's life that committed harm. I can only imagine. This is heartbreaking. Scamming for about 10 to 15 years, countless victims. This nigga is out of control. He is. And like he's literally gotten sued time and time and again in court, lost the lawsuits, and people are still going to fend for him. Just because we have a really hard time idol worshiping, and I think it really comes from a lot of us growing up religious, whether we're religious or now, we still have this like idol, I've got to worship somebody type of mentality. And then when we find out these people fall short in major ways, like we're so stuck on, you know, creating a God out of them and not wanting to fail God by not having faith, that we will continue to defend these people after egregious behaviors, you know? It's really weird. It's really weird to me. He's such a womanizer. It's a shock, but not surprising. Most of us were labeled as haters when we tried exposing Polight years ago. Yeah. R.I.P. Crypto Roots. Was he lying too? I don't know who Crypto Roots is. Trust no man. I mean, you arguing down this shit. I'm like I said, you arguing with people about whether he did it or not and all this, and then the white man is this and that. Yeah, Polight's not doing enough in the black community to be even a target by the government. He's sitting here swirling with white bitches, living it up amongst elite white people, going to parties where they have food that looks like dead bodies. Trust and believe he's not doing enough in the black community for him to be a target, scamming his people. You know, white people are all for scamming black people, so he's fitting right along with what white society would prefer our black men be on. Let's just be real. Point blank, period. He's not a threat. Nobody thinks the white man is lying on him. He did what he did. He's an egregious person. He's been caught multiple times lying, gypping people out of money. I know somebody personally whose family has to deal with him when he comes out to LA and rents certain things that he will stunt online and act like he bought. And they be having to run his ass down with like big bodyguards to get the money from him. Okay? And this is just one person I know that knows Polight or have had run-ins with Polight. You know, like the man is egregious. You know, I mean, it's really not that hard to look up. It's one thing to have a few haters here and there, but when multitudes of people come out saying that you scammed them out of thousands of dollars, one guy, I think he did $50,000. Okay, so if he scammed money out of you too, why are you doing your best to defend him? It's really weird, especially over something as serious as pedophilia, especially after we found out that his semen was on this girl. It makes you look like a creep, and I would suggest you not come out side of your mouth or out of your fingers and type things that support somebody who is a pedophile. It makes you look bad, and honestly, I would never trust you around my kids again. Around children, period. To be real with you. Defending him is a slap in the face to our people, especially our girls. That's just real. Young Pharaoh been exposed him on scamming and child molestation like 3 to 5 years ago. I didn't know about the child molestation. You know, honestly, I stay out of like a lot of people's arguments and debates back and forth. Like, I be so out the loop. People have to, you know how I find out about drama in the conscious community? People DMing me it. Like, people will DM me, tag me. Sometimes I'll ignore it. But if it becomes like a major issue everybody's talking about, I'll check it out. I don't even be looking into that shit because everybody's always arguing with everybody about something. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, it's just how family operates. Just think about your cousins, your aunties, and your uncles. Like, it's always going to be a disagreement amongst somebody, you know? So I never really, I guess, looked into those. Like, I don't like that messy shit. I don't really watch a lot of debates and messy shit. Sonator called him baby Dr. York about 5 years ago. Man, red and blue pill exposed him was back in 2014. We need to realize the difference between African-centered Black consciousness and 𝚂𝚗𝙺ism, which Polight is a part of. Y'all asking how we know it's true is defending him. Y'all can do as a simple Google search to see he's in jail and the charges. Y'all people are just sick. Yeah, it's just weird. It's just weird energy, man. It's just weird energy. Like, after knowing all that we do, what's really crazy is him actually coming on Instagram and like having pre-recorded videos to play while he was locked up to make us feel like, oh, something's not right. Like, this can't be true. He's not going to jail, when we can literally hear the court proceedings, when we can literally hear the testimony of the mother, you know? They're pre-recorded videos. I could do it too. So I could sit here and record a video on live, right? But none of y'all would see it. But it would record like it's live. And then I could press the time and the date that I want it to play. So that's what he's doing. He's doing pre-recorded videos. See if you can catch him live, where it'll actually say live up here. Yes, baby?
Can you text that I have to eat?
Show me your portions before you start eating.
I didn't even set up my plate.
Okay, well, just show me your portions.
Okay.
And make sure you get a glass of water.
Okay.
What time is it? 5? Okay, this is dinner, baby.
Okay, can you text him though?
Yeah, I'll text him.
Okay.
I'm not going to text him. No, I'm going to text him. I'm going to text him.